As predicted, everyone is in the wrong place.
Who am I?
Nuh-uh, looks
know
like
who I am.
I'm in the right spot.
Yeah, you're always in the right
Aaron,
spot.
Aaron and Logan are just not in the correct spots.
Yeah, I wanted to be Logan.
Hi, everyone.
I just trained with another bald guy.
We got some people here. We're live. Everyone can wave and say hello.
On Wednesdays, we wear pink.
No,
Or
I
purple.
don't think that.
I don't think any of us are.
I wore pink today.
Aaron's wearing like a deep pink.
It's called red.
Red.
Alternative pink.
Dark pink.
That's your opinion.
Welcome to the 5th episode of Mythical Mazes and Magikarps. I am still balancing the audio. I will fix everyone's position here in a second. Only 2 people are in the wrong spot. Starting at the top, we have Greg, who is our DM.
Hello! I'm away from my mic. Hello!
We have Aaron below Greg, but in the wrong spot. We'll move him in a bit.
I've always wanted to be Logan, so I'm totally cool if you just keep it as is.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to last that long. Next to Aaron, we have Irene.
That's also what Greg did.
An audio
I
podcast.
did a victory
None
double
of this transitions
fist.
into audio form.
Well, I just said what I was doing for the sake of the people that are listening in audio later on.
Logan also doing something not transitioning well in audio form. I'm not sure what that is, but Logan is here
He was
too.
being smoked. I know that was my guess.
All right, next to Logan is the wonderful Travis.
I plead the visual fifth.
Bruh.
Perfect.
Whoa.
Everything here has gone poorly. Hopefully this episode doesn't go poorly. Greg is going to give us a recap. I'm going to continue being a ghost and disappear and hang out and chat and fix these positions and maybe get something to drink afterwards. So, Greg, I am going to pass it to you.
Hello! Yes. All right, quick recap. Of last episode, you went to the bar. You got a lot of information out of Stephanie because she's a chatty party person. You pissed off another Gloria. You had an amazing dance scene, by the way, of which I meant to give everybody inspiration after that, and I forgot to do it, so I'm giving it now, so everybody has one inspiration to spend.
Oh.
What does
You're gonna
I
have to
have no
explain
clue
what that is later.
means.
Yep. And
Just
then
give yourself advantage on a roll.
you spent time at Ron's house and had a lovely breakfast, and then you went to the market and met little Joseph and paid the rest of his money so he could enter the upcoming giant festival contest. And then after a whole bunch of wandering around and talking, and you met the Magikarp salesman, and Ron bought a Phlox.
Yeah.
You
Magikarp salesman was Saul Boxerox,
saw a box of rocks.
the most important family.
The most important family in the universe, the Boxeroxes. You followed little Joseph back to where he said he came from, so you were by the giant gardens in the rich part of town that's just outside of the castle grounds, and you saw a bunch of holes in the garden that looks like something was dug up, and then you saw the entrance that little Joseph came out of as he went inside to get out of the sun because the sun hurts his eyes. And you all stopped in front of the tunnel ready to go in, and that is where we left off. Quick thing about inspiration. Inspiration you can choose after you roll. So inspiration gives you advantage on any roll that you want to make. And you can decide to spend inspiration after you roll.
What do you mean by advantage?
So you roll 2d20 and take the higher. So if you rolled and you
okay.
missed, you can roll again. And if that's higher, you take that one.
I haven't even started and I'm learning. This is great.
So you are outside of the tunnel entrance, and little Joseph has head on in.
Well, I'm gonna follow him.
I think-
Okay. We were talking about like the duration of me being a Houndour, right?
Yes, you are getting near the end of how long you can keep up the shape.
Okay, and I have 2 wild shapes per day, and I've only used 1 today, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I'm comfortable down under. Let's go.
I mean,
I have
Well,
been
yeah.
saving that one for a week.
I have absolutely nothing to
Good.
say, so I'll go as well.
we need
Everyone
to
should
continue.
go follow me on Twitter right now so you can see a picture of Maruk wearing a Mad
Wow.
Max 2 shirt.
It's pretty great.
All right, so you head into the darkness, and unlike Little Joseph, it takes a little bit for your eyes to sort of recalibrate and get used to how completely dark it is in here. Those of you without dark vision, which is all of you except for Talia,
Yeah.
can't see a thing.
Are there any Pokemon that Stant has seen that can transform into that have dark vision?
Not that I remember off the top of my head, probably, but I don't remember.
I've
I'd have to look it up.
seen Zubat, but I don't think I can do anything with a fly speed.
You cannot.
I'm gonna light a torch.
All right, you light a torch, and it sort of illuminates up. So what you see is there is, it looks like, so there's like this small sort of cave area that just sort of looks like it was almost a natural cave. And then you can kind of see off to the left where it sort of has crumbled. And that seems to be where little Joseph has come from, because that's immediately where he heads. And then on the wall, sort of just north of where you entered, you do see some sort of weird writing in Dwarvish.
Does anybody read or speak Dwarvish?
I do, and I also can see because I'm in the dark.
Hey.
A Dunsparce can see in the dark.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So Dunsparce can see in the dark. Yeah. So Talia moves forward and sort of starts to translate what's written on the wall. And what it says is, it says, create something so fragile that even speaking its name would break it.
So
Wait, I've heard this one before. Yeah, it's 3 legs in the no, it 4 legs in the. No, I don't remember how it goes.
okay. I really can't think of anything right now. I just keep thinking about rocks because we met that family.
The call cut out on me. I didn't hear the riddle. What's the riddle, please?
What it says is, create something so fragile that even speaking its name would break it.
Oh, we just gotta not talk, you guys. It's silence.
Well, I think we're doing a great job so far.
Wouldn't it be a secret?
Well, that could also be true, I suppose.
Ooh.
And we could create one on the spot. All right, guys. When I was a Houndour, I
You're gonna break it.
I ate a rock.
You just broke it.
No, I have to give you guys a secret.
I wonder if we have to say secret in like the dwarvish,
The
do
dwarvish
kind of a speak friend and Anna situation. Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm wondering if secret might be the answer to the riddle, but we might have to say it in Dwarvish, and you're the only character that can do that.
Oh,
Assuming
okay.
assuming it is a riddle, and assuming that's the answer.
So can Talia just tentatively say secret in Dwarvish?
Yep.
Okay.
You
Well,
can.
that's
You
what
do.
she did.
Nothing happens.
Oh man.
Wait.
All right.
So we got. I'm on this Roan plan of making a secret, but how do you
That's-
make a secret?
That's a Stant plan.
No. You said it might be a secret. So that means we need to
But-
make a secret, right?
That's all I think that it could possibly mean. But we can continue to
Or-
follow him, correct? Like we saw where he went, right?
Yeah, you know where little Joseph went.
Then
Say the words of the riddle again one more time. Just one more time.
Create something so fragile that even speaking its name would break it.
Is it maybe it's a spell? Maybe because you can like say a spell's command word to end the spell or something.
I really think it's silence, y'all. I think we just need to be quiet.
Oh,
Talia moves to talk, but then she's just like, "Oh, that might be right." So she just is kind of like, shuts her mouth.
This is super
This is
good.
great.
Super good
So I'm
podcast.
assuming
Yeah,
that
I'm
silence
sure.
is
I
not
love
the
it.
answer here.
We sit for minutes at a time. I mean, but for real, let's just fast forward this. Did silence work?
So far, you have to create silence, which has not yet happened.
Oh, I feel like I know a spell that could do this,
I will-
but I lost my list.
I'll
of
put my
spells.
I put my torch out.
All right. So, in the complete darkness, being silent for the appropriate amount of time, which I was timing, you see a faint sort of crack that forms a door appears in the rock wall.
Oh shoot! I told y'all.
Wait,
Ha ha!
can you guys see it? Wouldn't I be
I
the
think
only
my
person
original
to see
answer
it?
was right. It
Or
just
does
took
it-
a while.
Or does the door open enough, like, to a lighted passageway?
Yeah. Only Talia can sort of see exactly the shape of the door, but you all can sort of see that the wall has imprinted in because you put out the torch. But you can light the torch and see just fine.
okay.
Yeah,
Go through the door.
I light my torch again.
All right. So pushing the sort of big rock door open, you see that it's a very long hallway that leads straight forward. You also notice that this one looks not natural. This was clearly man-made. Unlike where little Joseph went, which looks completely natural and wild.
All right. Well, we're not following little Joseph anymore.
Can
I thought he joined our party like in Final Fantasy.
I wanted that.
Can I do an investigation roll?
Yes. What are you investigating?
Or should I do a history roll? Just trying to figure out if she can, like, contribute something useful about, like, this passageway.
You can make a investigation check to see if you notice anything clues wise, or you can make a history check to see if you know anything about why this would be here historically.
History.
Yeah, I'll do the history check.
All right.
So,
Roll it up.
Roll it up. Roll it up. Ooh.
24. Natural 20 plus
Yeah.
Natural 20.
4.
So sort of staring at the passageway and taking in the fact that it was written in Dwarvish, you sort of remember that Saffron City used to be, it started as a mining town. Dwarves and humans sort of had a joint mining effort and built up the town and city. Then it eventually became the capital city because this is where they got a lot of money and resources from. And you do know that there were a lot of tunnels that were built throughout sort of this area. And as far as underground sort of escape tunnels, so should there be an attack or something happen at the castle, they co-opted a bunch of the mining tunnels to also be escape routes that people could flee into and get away from any sort of attack that would happen on the main castle. And this seems to be possibly one of those routes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, so I definitely I know about this. I know where we are, and can she just relay all the information that you just said?
Yes.
Relay. Yeah, we don't need
Is-
to repeat it.
Yeah.
Is there still a sizable? I mean, this isn't really. I'm just curious. Is there still a sizable dwarf population in the city?
Yeah, the city is actually very highly diverse, but humans and dwarves make up the larger percentage of the inhabitants.
Okay, so it's not like we're going into some abandoned shaft because there are dwarvish writing. Like there would be dwarvish writing anywhere, presumably.
Yes.
We should push
I'm-
on, yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep on
Yeah,
trucking.
why not?
Yeah.
All right. So as you enter in, the hallway is about 10 feet wide and 10 feet tall. And as you go in, you start noticing that it comes up to a T intersection and sort of starts to branch off. And this could easily be, without having any sense of where you're going, a very confusing maze.
Yay.
Amazing.
So how would you like to figure out where you want to
we could
go?
do it left-handed.
What are the directions that we can go?
So it comes up to a T intersection, so you can either go right
Oh,
or
left,
left.
right. Okay. We should probably stay together.
Stan,
Do you guys just want to go?
Stan's gonna make a X on the thing, or well, whatever direction we decide to go. I'm just gonna make a mark on the wall where we went, and then we should do it as a left-handed maze, meaning keep your left hand on the wall and just do the whole thing.
Why?
Agreed. That way you know you're covering everything
Yeah,
as
I mean-
opposed to like getting lost.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's go.
Yeah.
So you're turning left at the intersection.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right.
Mhm.
Uh,
And Stan's making the mark that I left.
all right. As you're sort of walking down this another section, you start noticing like the blue rocks that were up top in the garden that you saw, the sort of teal or turquoise blue rocks that were part of the garden. You're also noticing them down here. So it looks like that is a sort of natural feature of the area. As you're sort of continuing down, everybody can make me investigation checks.
I rolled a 7.
An 8.
I rolled a 20.
13.
So Roan sort of looking around notices that unlike how you originally came down that tunnel, the section that you're moving through, this is a lot more dusty. It doesn't look like anybody has come through here in a while, which sort of strikes you as a little bit odd that the first tunnel you came down was actually clean.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they are tunnels used in emergencies, why would that first section be clean when this has clearly not been trafficked?
Maybe we ought to do a right-handed maze.
Yeah, do you guys want to turn around?
Mm-hmm.
Can I? This is probably a bad idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Can I like bang a rock on the side of the cave wall and listen to the echo and try to see if it like the echo sounds like it goes on like a long ways? Like if it sounds like a really deep echo.
Yes. Make a perception check.
19.
Yeah. So you sort of listen, and it does start to echo, and you get the sense that this goes deep. The path that you're on is going to go much farther down.
Then I concur. Let's turn around and take the right-handed path.
All right, so you flip
That's
around,
fine.
you backtrack back, you find your X, you continue down to the right, and you walk for a little ways, and you sort of notice that this again, you're in an area that is very clear. It looks like there has been traffic through here, and sort of following that path and idea, you come around and you enter into a large room. It is a 60 by 60 square, so 60 feet long, 60 feet wide. You see that the passage continues all the way across the room. So there is basically, you figure roughly you're facing north, but directly across from you, so across the room, there's room, and sort of spaced evenly in sort of like a triangle are three of those giant blue rocks. And everybody can make me a perception check.
Okay.
I rolled a 20.
23.
I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 10.
So Stant and Roan notice that unlike the other blue rocks, these blue rocks seem to be marked in an unusual way. They have like two leather strips that crisscross across one side, and they go to the front, and on the front they're attached to a similar colored blue slab. So it's like a diamond shape that it's attached to. And in the center of that slab, it's got a sort of labyrinth spiral. So it's a very square spiral pattern on each of these rocks.
Does it look like it could be taken off?
Probably if you could work. I mean, the leather is really thick and it looks like it's attached, so it would take some time to do that. But it does look like if you spent enough time, you could take those off.
This is 60 feet to the other end of the room. At the other end of the room, is it another hallway? Can we see?
Yep.
Does it seem like it's like a rigged to a trap or anything, or is it just, or we don't know? Can I do an investigation check on it?
Even with a
specifically?
23, you can't tell.
You can do an investigation check, but what are you investigating?
I guess the extra stuff on the rocks.
All right, so you're gonna go to one of the big rocks.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That was your first mistake.
You sprung my trap card. So as you approach one of the rocks, you are caught by surprise as that rock rises up. Two sort of rock-like legs come out from the sides. Come two boulders with giant fists, and this head pops up. It's sort of a pyramid-like head, and it's got two yellow eyes on it. And then the other two rocks also stand up and turn to face you, and we are in combat. So everybody
Same.
roll initiative.
This thing is gonna kill us.
Pyramid thing.
Don't worry, I'm fighting type.
So rolling for initiative is wisdom plus dexterity, right?
Yep.
Okay, so then do I...
Wait, are these Porygons?
You're not supposed to say. You're supposed to like let the listeners guess, and also no, they're not.
Then
right.
Can I say? Wait, we have. I had a job to do and I didn't do it. I had one
Yeah, you-
job.
Roll your
You
initiative.
have to expand your mind into Gen 5
I
Pokemon.
really love that my initiative is
What?
-1.
Yeah.
I rolled a
After
5.
I rolled a 25.
I got a 24, which is as good as I could possibly do and still not as good as Aaron.
All right.
Got a bad feeling about this.
All right, Aaron, you're up.
We're positioned in the door frame still.
Correct. The
How
only
many-
person that's in is Stant, who went to investigate.
Okay, how far am I from the closest rock formation thing?
15 feet.
15 feet. Okay. I'm gonna send. Wait. Ooh, I might actually be able to attack it from this distance without even closing in. Yes, I'm gonna send him only to attack the closest one to me with
Okay.
high jump kick.
All right.
Which I rolled just a d20 to see if I even hit it.
Yeah, D20 plus it's 2 hit for a high jump kick.
+4.
I think that should be up 1 more, so +5.
Oh, yep. So that'd be 14.
Yep. All right. So Hitwinling just sort of sails across and slams into the blue rock creature and does manage to hit.
Oh, wow. Yay. So now I roll 1 d8 +2.
Yep.
6.
All right. So you sort of see it hit, and I mean, it is pretty much like hitting a rock. It looks like it did damage, but not, I mean, not as impressive as you're used to. And that brings us to Stant.
Am I still a Houndour?
Yes. But
All right.
It's getting real hard. You're getting
Yeah,
near the end.
I'm near the end. Houndours aren't very good against this rock, but I'm still gonna hit it. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna bite rocks. I'm gonna bite the rock. Sure. Yep,
All right. Bite that rock.
biting the rock. All right. Wow. 14.
Yes. That is
Oh,
a hit.
hey.
Chomp on its leg.
And then that does. Oh my gosh. Wow, I have reach with that? Why do I have reach with that? Anyway, it's 1d6 plus 2. Why do I have reach with that, Greg? That's going to be 7 damage.
You
I
have
don't
really
think you
long
should.
teeth.
I'll have to look at that later. All right, so you chomp into it. And actually, the bite seems more effective than you expected.
Told
All
y'all
right.
I eat rocks. Ha
So
ha.
I must be wrong about what Pokemon this is, because I thought.
Is it like a
okay.
nose pass?
Say your guess. Is it a nose pass?
I thought it was Boldor, but
Because
I
I
don't know.
thought it was.
Yeah,
a
that's what I
nose
thought
pass.
too.
Oakley
All
doke.
What is
right.
it?
We'll cover that at the end. All right. So the two that are further away close. They move in closer, but they don't quite close the gap. So they're still about 20 feet away. And then you sort of see this shimmer come over them.
It's Golett. That's why Dark Attack was good against it.
And they seem to look more sturdy upon that shimmer. So two of them look like they have sort of done something to gain extra resistance. And the one that's in front of Stant sort of pulls back its fist and then this weird shadow just sort of shoots out incredibly fast and tries to slam into Stant. We will see how successful I am in doing that.
Like a shadow sneak.
Shadow punch.
16.
Ouch.
16 hits me. Yeah.
All right. So you get slammed by this sort of weird dark shadow.
I mean,
And you take 12 points of damage.
Ow.
Oh,
Ow.
that hurt real bad,
and
y'all.
it is Baruch's turn.
I run up.
+4? Or D10 +4? Ouch.
I run up to the one that is hassling Stant, as I do, taking a bonus action to go into my rage. So the same way I look up to the moon that I can't see.
I'm a Houndor still.
Go into a rage, and I go in with my great axe.
All right.
Whoa, only a 12.
Yeah. So you sort of go up, and when you strike down, you don't strike it directly on, and your axe sort of passes through it, and you weren't sort of expecting that, and you sort
it's
of
a
humble a
ghost.
little bit.
Okay.
And then
It's a ghost. It's going. Okay.
and reset yourself. And Talia is up.
So we don't think these are rocks anymore, right? We think these are like
Ground ghosts.
Do we think that it's something alive?
It's undead.
Or something that's not a rock, I guess, is what I'm asking.
Enough that you saw one attack your friend.
Okay. Can I use Awakened Mind, which is a thing?
Let me look that up.
Something from my patron.
Warlock is in the book, and I can find it. Yeah, you can just try to reach out and touch them.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Because I know that it's
So you
within
can-
30 feet.
Yep, they are.
Okay.
The one that's been attacking is.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can telepathically reach out and attempt to talk to it if you wish.
I would like to do that.
What do you wish to say?
Who sent you here? Is what?
What you sort of get back in your mind is intruders are not allowed. Intruders will be repelled.
Well, that's beneficial. Can I?
They're a robot.
Can I try to do detect thoughts after that?
Since you got a response back through telepathy, you know that they are at least fundamentally thinking. But if you want to like dig further, actually go ahead and make me an Arcana check, a history check.
Okay.
Hmm.
14.
Sort of the whole situation, you sort of vaguely remember stories or being taught noble people or areas that are to be protected. There was a spell long ago that sort of created what are called guardians that they called golets. And those they are basically guardians that are set up to protect and defend an area, usually an area of import, and enough of the situation sort of sets that off in your head that they are programmed to basically do this thing, which is protect whatever they've been assigned to protect.
Okay.
And they don't seem to have much more thought or that went into it other than that sort of base programming.
Am I able to tell, like, does she know what would, I guess, deprogram them? Is that something? Or how to, like, because if she's able to recognize that this is what it is, would she not know how to fix, how to...
You know that the creation of them is a weeks-long process of sort of continual enchantments, and undoing that would possibly also be a week-long process of undoing each layer that went into its creation.
Okay.
I'm about to undo every layer that went into his creation right now.
Are you gonna attack it?
I don't know yet. Because I kind of want to bypass it or try to, like, move around it.
Talia, the pacifist.
Yeah.
I have a soft spot in my heart for cute robots, so now that I know they're Golem, and they're not really robots, they're golems, but
Wait.
Let me ask you a question though, Travis. Does Baruch have a soft spot in his heart
No.
for anything?
oh, for anything, yes, but not for like a hunk of clay that's not really a real thing.
Yeah, I'm sure he does have a lot of soft spots.
He's great with people.
So I'm looking at my invisibility, and it looks like I have to be touching everybody in order for them to be invisible. Or is it if I touch them, they become invisible until it ends? Oh, nope, I read it wrong. So, sorry.
Yeah, so you can make somebody invisible, and they remain invisible for the spell's duration or until they take an action that would break it, such as attacking or casting a spell.
It's pretty much only useful if we're trying to escape.
And only one person, correct?
Oh, wouldn't
Yes,
it be...
one person at this time.
Oh, so it's... Oh, okay, I get it. Yep. I don't want to do that. So... Well, not
Sometimes
now,
you just gotta
anyway.
Eldritch Blast.
Yep. So that's what I'd like to do.
All right. So are you going to Eldritch Blast the one that everybody is attacking, or are you going to take one of the others?
I'll do a different one, actually.
Okay.
And because of Agonizing Blast, do I do the roll and then add what my Charisma modifier is?
Yeah, so roll a d20 plus your spellcasting modifier, which should be +7 to see if you hit.
I would hope that you hit with +7.
Well, it didn't work for me. I have a +7,
Roll
and
the
I didn't hit the
20.
dang thing.
Yes, you do hit one of the ones in the... are you going to do the... So if you kind of look at them, there's the one here that's sort of closer to you that's attacking everybody. Then there's one that's sort of in the middle, that's the furthest back. And then the one that's the furthest to the right is the second closest to all of you. Do you have an idea of
Hit
which
the one that
you wanna
punched my bones in.
So this is a spell
Hit the
that
one
would
on me.
only hit one target. It can't hit multiple things.
Correct.
Okay. I'll actually do
The
the
one on
one
me.
that's to the furthest to the right. So the one that's
Okay.
second closest.
Okay, roll your damage.
What is that?
It's 1d10 plus 5, which is your charisma.
I rolled an 11.
All right, so do 11 points of damage to that one.
Does a Warlock's Patron affect what Pokemon type of damage it does?
Maybe.
What?
It's like the Faye would be a Faye. Would be so cool.
Maybe.
And does it look like this does more damage than 11?
Not that you can tell.
Okay.
All right, so
Okay.
that is the end of that round. Back to the top of the round for Roan, and Hitmonlee is up in the ghost's grill.
All right, I'm gonna make Glade go
Save
up.
me.
I'm gonna make Glade go up and hit.
All right, so to switch out, you actually have to take an action because you're still low level to call Hitmonlee back and then send Gallade in.
I
So
wasn't
that's
gonna call
all he would
Hitmonlee
do?
back. I was just gonna keep Hitmonlee there.
Yeah, but then Hitmonlee would just be standing there. It would take an action to send him in because I do have to enforce the rules a little bit, so you do have to
Okay.
pick one that's fighting.
I want to send Glade in because he has a dark type move, which I hope is what does more damage.
So
Yeah, so you can spend your action to switch them out.
Fine, we'll do that.
All right.
fine.
So you call Hitmonlee back, and Gallade goes in.
Hitmonlee, return.
He's ready. Stamp.
If
If
no
you
one will
attack-
protect me, I'll make breakfast protect me.
If you attack the same one that is right in front of you, you'll have advantage because it's within 5 feet of me and is hostile. And I'm
All right.
a wolf
I'm definitely
barbarian.
gonna do that.
Or a
Totally do that.
Houndoom barbarian, as the case may be.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll twice here. Oh, thank you,
Whoa!
Maurice, for giving me a crit.
It would have
Alright,
been a 9
so-
without the advantage, but with advantage, it was a crit.
All right. So you go in, and you sort of sense where a vulnerable point is, and it, as an immediate reaction, throws up a barrier, and you just slam into that barrier and cannot break through.
On the crit?
Yep.
Ugh,
Wow.
it knows protect.
Negative play experience.
One of my least favorite moves ever.
Do that once.
That was my protect noise.
Cool. Ate my crit. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna use breakfast to impose disadvantage on it when it tries to hit me.
Okay. It does try to hit you
No
once
way.
the barrier falls. It has disadvantage, so breakfast sort of harasses it and goes around and it attacks with a 15.
Yeah, it still hits.
That still hits.
I'm a dog.
So once again, yeah, that's not how that goes.
Why does it look like that?
I'll take that though.
Dude,
Oh.
I
That's
did
better.
too. I saw it.
All right.
Well, cool.
Yeah. So
it ate my crit, and then it did exactly enough damage to put me out of being a Houndour.
Yeah. So the thing slams out, and you shimmer back into your regular shape. And the
This
other
is a
one.
bunch of Tauros dung.
The
That's what
one
this is.
closes in to attack Hitmonlee. And launches the same sort of shadow, but does not manage to hit. And the other one closes in to attack Baruch.
It's not
Wow.
gonna do it.
A 10 and a 10
Wow.
both times. So the shadows sort of slam out and completely miss. But now there are sort of clumped together around you. And that brings us to Baruch.
So the one that Stant was attacking, is it still surrounded by a barrier, or did that dissipate after
It dissipated the minute it ate up the attack.
Then I'm going to attack it. It's probably not worth doing reckless. So there's 2 around me.
There are now 3 total within
Yeah,
striking.
then I'm definitely not going to do reckless attack. So I'm just going to do a normal attack with my great axe to the same one I was hitting before,
Yep.
or attempting to.
This is boring.
26.
Yeah, so you just sort of compensate for the miss last time and just slam your axe into the side. and roll your damage.
14.
Ooh. All right. That
Kill
does a
it.
lot of damage, but it's still up. But you just feel your great axe sort of just digs in a little bit, and you pull it out, and you can see that it's a lot worse for wear. But
Oh,
it's
I should actually
still-
do 16 because of my rage damage.
Oh, because your rage. Yep. I will
it's
take 2
dead.
more.
No.
No, it is not dead. But it is pretty wounded. Talia.
How close are these to me?
So they are within 15 feet of you.
Okay. What's the how close is the closest one?
15 feet.
15. Yeah.
Okay. Because if they were closer, I would do Arms of Hadar, but they're not 5 feet closer to me.
You
Hodor.
can move too.
You can close
Yeah.
in.
Can
You
I
can close in.
Can I move? Yeah.
Yep.
Is that my action?
Nope. You get a
Oh.
move action and then an actual action.
Awesome. So I'm gonna do Arms of Hadar to these fellas. I mean,
I have no idea
Or
what that spell is, but it sounds
sisters.
pretty metal.
Hodor.
Hadar.
Hate
Door.
the door.
It's a. I am invoking the power of Hadar, and so I can batter all creatures within 10 feet of me.
Don't Hadar the player, Hadar the game.
So in order to avoid hitting your friends, you'll be able to catch the 2 that came in after the fact.
Okay.
If you want to catch all 3, you are probably also going to hit either Gallade or Baruch, just sort of the way that they're clumped.
Go
So-
for it. Go for it.
Mosh pit.
No, I'm only gonna go for 2.
I can take it.
All right. So they need to make. So these you all sort of watch as these dark shadow tendrils just erupt out of the ground behind the 2 Golett that closed in, and
See,
start
Roger,
sort of,
Go for it.
they sort of start trying to bash these creatures. And both completely fail their strength.
Wait, can I
saves.
do this by at level 2? Is that possible?
Yeah, well, you have to
Oh,
do it
okay.
at level 2.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, okay.
So they both have failed. So you roll 3d6 damage.
Sounds like something straight out of Full Metal Alchemist.
Is there any modifier? Just 3d6.
Nope, just 3d6.
It's very, very average.
I rolled a 9.
A 9. Although it does look like it does quite a lot more damage to them than what you're originally expecting.
Okay.
And as a side benefit,
Ooh.
you also know that they can't take reactions until the start of its next turn.
That's really good in this situation because they can't
Yeah.
do that protect thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these sort of dark shadow things just bash them all over, and they seem sort of stunned and off balance and unable to easily react to things around them. And that brings us to the top of the round, to Roan and Gallade, who
I'd
is
just
in.
like to
Top of the
say
order.
that Talia was like really excited about that. So she's like, "Oh my gosh!" But then it's like, "Oh, we're in combat," so she's kind of like trying to compose herself, but she's very like, "I'm really excited. That was so great. Oh my gosh!" Yeah. So that was my contribution.
That was
Consider-
really cool, Talia.
That was really
Consider
cool.
Baruch a little afraid of what just happened.
Oh.
Roan feels no fear, of course, and is standing in the back like, "Go, Gallade!" and tells him to
He
do
feels no fear
knockoff
because he's not doing
to-
anything himself.
Correct. He tells him to do knockoff to the closest one with the
right.
most amount of damage to it.
All right. Roll it up.
320 plus 4. 23.
That is a
Wowza.
powerful hit. You do just Gallade just sort of comes in and just slaps it super hard. Roll that damage.
1d6 plus 2. 6.
All right, so just bashes into the Golett, which sort of stumbles back a little bit from the unsuspected power of that hit. And we go to Stant.
Oh, it doesn't kill it.
No,
It just doesn't do special damage.
Wow.
it
Are
did do
these-
more damage, but not special damage.
Are they looking disheveled or
The one
like
that's
they're having a hard
attacking
time?
you in old 4E terms is past bloodied at this point.
Okay.
You're beginning to see sort of cracks and the energy that powers it sort of seeping out a little bit.
And the other two are still kind of a-okay.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
These things are punching us straight to death, guys. I think I'm gonna pull out the big guns. All right, I got this new cool thing, and I use Moonbeam.
Ooh.
All right.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
On the one
You're
end.
placing Moonbeam to catch the same two that sort of were in the Hadar so you don't catch your friends?
Yes.
All right. So it's at the start of their turn, I believe.
Or the
Is
first
Moonbeam
time.
a Pokemon move? Because that one's new to me. I know Moon Blast.
It's not.
Nope.
It's not going to do fairy damage because it does radiant damage. But it says when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there.
Correct.
So
it has to make a
this is
Constitution save or take a good amount of damage.
2d10. Yeah.
All right.
2d10 radiant damage.
2d10.
Anything else you're gonna do?
Choice.
I mean, I'm gonna cast Shillelagh,
Okay.
I guess. Actually, I'll keep breakfast giving this guy a disadvantage.
All right. Okay, so it is their turn, and they have to make Constitution saves. Nope. So one does not save at all and just sort of stands dumbly in the moonbeam, while the other sort of is more resilient and resists. So roll your 2d10,
Okay.
and one will take full damage and one will take half.
Oh.
Oh my
Oh, man.
gosh.
Come on, man. 2d10 rolled a 3.
It's a new spell for you.
Come on.
It's literally
No.
one off from the worst.
I swear
roll
it's
Oh my
it's cool.
gosh.
It's cool. It's not just like a warm light.
I just got out of the pool.
Oh, the microwave turned on.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, they sort of like. Oh, I thought that would be more a thing. Guess
That
not.
tickles.
Guess. Really, that's it.
Don't make fun of me.
Weakest moon
This
I've
is
ever
my
been
first
under.
time. The first
All
time.
right. So the one that was punched very hard by Glade turns to punch hard back, but it has disadvantage, which is a good
Oh
thing.
my god.
Oh yes. Misses.
Would have been a crit without.
So
disadvantage.
14. I think 14 does not hit Glade.
Correct. Glade's 15.
All right.
Years old.
The other one that's standing in the moonbeam also
So that
attacks.
was because breakfast was guarding
Yes,
it, right?
that's because breakfast was harassing it.
Thank you,
I
breakfast.
want everybody to know that breakfast
What is
saved
breakfast?
Gallade just now. He's a
That's
Breakfast
zigzag.
is the little zigzagoon that you sometimes see with Stant. Has popped out and is sort of
That's cute.
running all over the robot and sort of biting at its arms and running down. All
I
right.
wish Chad had a
The
Pokemon.
second Golett also turns to face Gallade and fires off 16.
It's gonna be super effective.
If that hits.
And it connects with its shadow attack.
Ow.
Ooh.
19 doubled is 38.
I have 40 HP.
So the shadow just sort of flies out and slams into Gallade knocking Gallade back.
Let me write down the number 2 for a second here, just so I can remember that.
I mean, 1 + 1 is.
Yeah, let me pull out the calculator. All right, carry the
yeah,
one.
that's 2.
Yeah, that's a
Uh,
2 for
I'm
Gallade.
thinking Galade's not going to be in there next turn.
And the other one attacks Stant, who is closest and produced this whatever is happening. And we'll see if it hits. That's a hit.
That hits. That hurts.
17 points of damage.
Oh man.
That was a Houndour. They punched my external ribs and they dislocated them. That's what happened to me earlier. I'm not dead or anything, but dang, yo, these things are way too hard hit.
And you must make a concentration saving throw to keep Moonbeam going. So roll a d20 plus your Constitution, and you have to beat a 10.
D20 plus my con. My con is.
I don't think.
3.
Are you proficient in Constitution saving throws?
No.
it's a Constitution check. Never mind. It's just your concentration.
Huh?
You weren't kidding when you were saying that these things were going to kill us.
Wait, so I get the +3 from my Constitution, right? That's
Right.
what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay. Oh. Well, that's that then, I guess.
Yeah. So the Shadow Fist sort of comes in and slams Stant in the stomach, and he sort of loses, whoa, and then the moon goes boop boop, and goes out.
But that was in my stomach?
Yeah. Big old
I
gut
definitely
puked. And we go to Baruch.
This isn't really going too well for us, is it?
Just attack the one that looks really weak.
I'm gonna do that again.
There was some blood in that puke I just puked up
Oh.
because he punched me.
I'm really glad it was Gallade in there because Hitmonlee's HP is 30.
But Hitmonlee is not weak to ghost attacks.
Oh snap.
Well, poop.
Oh, that was fantastic. I really hope that the mic picked that up. That was a great evil laugh. Greg, what do you do in your spare time?
Take over small countries.
I mean, same.
Go, Baruch.
I'm gonna do reckless attack,
All
so I
right.
get advantage. My highest is a 25.
That is a definite hit.
Nice. That +7 is killer.
And my damage is 10.
That was not.
I mean, it'll do
Uh,
what it'll do.
It'll do.
5 plus the 2 for raging.
Oh, so yep, so it should be 12 damage.
See how I'm keeping track of you? All right, so you
Thank
slam
you.
into it. And
It's
it
like the
is-
only thing a barbarian has to care about, and I don't even remember it.
and it is worse. It is worse for wear, but it is still standing. And Talia is up.
Okay, so how, are all of them still alive?
Yes.
Yeah.
And how weak is the strongest one?
The two that you sort of attacked with the giant tentacles, both of them are still well put together. The one that everybody else has been pounding on, it's really not doing great.
Please kill the one that's gonna murder me.
Yeah, there should be zero hesitation. Just Eldritch Blast.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah,
hard.
I'm gonna do that again.
Okay.
Unless you want to befriend it.
I mean, I was thinking about trying to be deceptive, and being like, "We're supposed to be here. Let us go."
Yeah, I thought about that too.
Is
We need to
that-
win one battle in this series.
Is
6.
that the 3d6?
No, so you're gonna do an Eldritch Blast.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yep. So 1d20 plus 7.
22.
Yes, that is
Yeah,
a big hit.
22.
Roll your damage. 1d10 plus 5.
Kill it. Please kill it.
Yeah,
Oh,
crit.
Max damage, 15.
Yay!
right, so- Ellie sort of steps back. Giant Eldritch Blast just slams the one that you've been all chewing on, and you sort of see the little labyrinth pattern on the plate on the front that was bright yellow. It just fades into dark, and it collapses down and just becomes a regular old blue stone.
Huh.
Hmm.
Cool. Like, I feel like she would have nothing else
You
to
did
say
it.
besides that.
And top of the round, Roan and two hit Gallade. It's a
Ooh,
2-hit
two hit.
KO.
Let's get Gallade out of there. Doesn't die. And switch out
Gallade
back.
won't die. Gallade will just go back to its Pokeball for a day.
A whole day?
Yeah,
A whole day.
episode
Have a
Well-
long rest.
left.
I mean, we're probably gonna be down here for okay.
I'm just gonna have it attack.
All right.
Um.
I like your style.
That
Go,
makes
Blade.
my ability reckless attack.
Yep. We're gonna do close combat.
Okay.
Do the most
To the
weak one.
ghost? To the ghost? You're going to do close combat to the ghost.
If a freaking Great Axe can hit it, I can hit it. Right?
You do you.
Didn't you say you had a dark type move?
Yeah, knockoff, but it didn't do any extra damage last time.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did.
Okay, then let's do the knock. Need to type here. Roll. Do 20 plus 4. 17.
Oh, yeah, that is a hit.
All right. Roll. D.
Yep. So Gallade closes into the next one and sort of just bashes into it.
I do
Four.
5.
Yep.
I guarantee that doesn't kill it.
No. But it does do. I mean, again, these attacks seem to be doing more damage than you initially expect.
Okay.
They do seem to have a bigger impact
Would
than.
you please kill this before it kills Clay? Please.
And Stant is up.
I'm gonna try it again. I do another moonbeam to those two.
All right.
Please do better this time.
They have to make. Is it Constitution? We just did this. I think I remember.
Yeah, it's Constitution.
All right.
You're doing a great job. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Wait, are you talking to Stant or Roan? I mean, or Greg?
Great.
Are you talking to yourself?
What's your spell save DC?
That is a 14.
So the first one makes it. The second one does not. So roll your 2d10.
Oh, I guess that's on here. There we go. Oh, come on.
Fuck, Jamie.
I mean, you are improving technically. That's a 4
Wow.
this time.
It's literally a 1 point improvement over last
Oh
time.
gosh.
Out of a possible 20, Stant rolled a 4.
4.
I
And
feel
one
like we're
takes
like
half-
watching like golf, just like really badly. It's like I wonder if he can
One
make
takes
it
half
after
damage
this.
and one does not. All right. So they, I believe.
Breakfast is definitely gonna defend me from one of them.
Yeah. And so he moves on to the next one and starts harassing that one. So, Howard Brook attacked recklessly last time, correct?
Correct.
So he has left himself open for attack, and they immediately go towards the easier target.
Good.
They
Psychic.
will
Sorry,
advantage,
Baruch, but good.
Since
Fucking
Breakfast is
psychic.
getting one of the disadvantage, that one only gets a normal attack and rolls a 9 and does not hit Baruch. The second one does get advantage and rolls a 16.
Which does hit. Would you consider this bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage?
I would say probably
Uh,
bludgeoning.
It is technically bludgeoning damage. So you
I'm
would
glad that's real. I'm glad that is bludgeoning because
you
I'm
would
taking.
take 19.
Instead,
However,
I take
because you
half
are
of that.
raging and your resistance, you only take half. So you take
So
9 points of
yeah.
damage.
Okay.
It's one lucky 14-year-old.
And we go to Baruch.
14.
All right. I don't like the one that just hit me, so I'm
Fair
gonna
enough.
I'm gonna show it. I don't like it the only way I know how.
Let's punch it in the face.
Axe it in the face.
Axe it in the face.
Work.
Axe you in the face.
Exit to leave.
And I'm gonna reckless attack again.
All right.
I'm glad I did because that would have been a crit fail. 9's probably not gonna do it either.
A 1 and a 2 with advantage is still not great. Yeah. So you are sort of caught off guard by how hard that hit. Like you probably have never been hit that hard in one attack before, and it kind of threw you off balance. So you try to attack, but you do not succeed in hitting. And we go to Talia.
My life flashed before my eyes. It didn't take that long. I'm still pretty young.
Okay, so I know before you said that they had like a symbol
Yep.
on their chest that faded.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do like an Arcana check to see if like I know what that means? Maybe should I
you
wait
don't
till
have to. You
after
sort of know
combat?
that. You just sort of know that. Looking at all the other rocks, that binding
Mhm.
that's attached, that seems to be part of the ritual that animates them. So when it fades out, it means basically that creature's spell has been broken
Okay.
through massive amounts of damage, and it cannot be repowered up unless somebody comes and repowers that spell. So that's sort of
Okay.
the symbol that Golett is no longer working.
Okay, so I wouldn't want to leave because I feel like it would come back and be like, ah. So, can I do?
Eldritch Blast.
I mean, I was thinking about Arms of Hadar, honestly, again, because that hits more than one person. Well, one creature.
Yeah. Whatever you can do to kill everything at the same time.
So I'm gonna try to do that again.
All
Arms
right.
of Hadar.
This is gonna be harder to not catch Baruch in, because he closed into that one to attack it, and they're sort of all around.
Do what you need to do.
Yeah, Glade's not near it, so
I got plenty of HP.
So I need.
And I'm not ghost type, I swear.
Yeah, so the
We're-
dark
we're about to
tentacles once
turn into
again
one.
erupt out of the ground and hit everybody in the area. Everybody who's affected has to make strength saving throws. So Baruch needs to make a strength saving throw, and I have to make 2 strength
okay. I
saving
wasn't sure
throws.
okay. I have advantage on those. That's sweet. Because I'm raging. And also, my strength saving throw is ludicrously high.
Yeah. Well.
nice.
Wow.
And advantage gives me a 25.
Nice.
Jeez.
So one of them fails, the other one succeeds, and Baruch succeeds. So Talia, roll 3d6.
Nine.
Another very average roll.
So it is
Same as last
necrotic
time?
damage. But since Baruch saved, he takes half.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be 4.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
It's all right. I'm a little terrified, but I'm sure just a few nightmares will sort that one out.
Oh no.
And the other ones, while one saved, and it didn't take as much damage as the Golett, they both look like they're getting close to to powering down.
We just
They're
tip
both in
them
pretty
over
bad
if we
shape at
poke
this
'em.
point, as the sort of dark tentacles once again sort of just bash everything in the area, and just, they don't sort of care who they attack, and then they sort of fade back into the ground. And the top
creepy.
of the round, we go to Roan.
I'm not gonna chance it again. I'm actually gonna take Glade out
All right.
and swap in him only.
All right, so well fought. Gallade comes back to your side, and Hitmonlee goes in to take its place.
Turn.
Stant.
Well, that moonbeam is still going, right?
Yep.
So yeah, that's for their turns. And all right.
See what
Well,
happens.
Moonbeam is just stays up because concentration. So you still have an action. You can attack with your
Yeah.
shillelagh if you wish.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do shillelagh. So I guess I can't command
already did.
breakfast to do. Oh, I did. I thought I did breakfast instead. The time that I said I was going to.
Oh yeah.
That takes me back.
You can shillelagh with the bonus action.
Okay, so but breakfast can't
Correct.
horse around this time. All right. I'm gonna hit the nearest one with the shillelagh.
All right.
The one that Baruch is attacking.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you get advantage on it.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh man, what's my attack roll? I've never attacked in this campaign so far.
Since you're using shillelagh, it's the same as your spellcasting modifier. That's the point of shillelagh.
There you go. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna do my thing then. Got a
Wow.
13?
You get advantage.
Oh yeah. 13.
Yeah, so you go in and you hit, and that sort of like barrier they put up way back when stops your attack from hitting.
You're not having a very
Uh,
good day.
No.
All right, so the Golett both have to make Constitution saves because they're still in the moonbeam because they don't sort of understand that.
Hmm.
One saves, one does not.
Take 19. That's what it's
You are-
like. That's how
you are-
do it.
You were due for that. For those of you in the audience, Stant rolled a 19,
Which is great.
which is one off from a double crit.
The D&D gods of the bell curve have been
Yes, have come true.
justified. Yeah.
They've swung back.
Yeah, so the moonbeam takes full effect that time. They both sort of now understand it, but they're both still upright.
Oh, goodness. Ugh.
Oh, Jolly was cool though.
Did Baruch attack recklessly last time?
You bet I did.
They will take advantage of that.
Take advantage of the advantage.
That'll hit.
First one hits. 18 points of damage was reduced to 9.
Okay. So I'm at 32, so that's 23.
And the second one also hits.
Wait, no. Oh, yeah, it does. Yep. Okay. I didn't see the 20.
Oh, my God.
And also does what would be 19 cut in half, so 9 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
How much?
How much
do you
health
have
do you have?
I have 14 HP left.
You
So
cannot
they just-
survive that again.
Continue just pounding on this little
This little
barbarian.
14-year-old.
This is my nightmare.
And Baruch is up.
I'm going to attack timidly.
Timid but with strength.
Oh, my lighting just went out. Hold on. And we're back. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna attack whichever one seems weaker.
They are both really, really badly off.
Then I'm gonna attack the one that seems like more of a jerk.
Okay.
I particularly don't like this one.
That was the one that dislodged my bones when I was a hound hour.
I rolled a 20, not a natural, but just a
That
20.
is a hit.
And damage is a 15 plus 2 is 17.
All right, so you just sort of once again just raging and angry, just slam your axe into the side of that one and pull out, and then you see the symbol sort of blink for a second and then go dark, and it
Oh,
yeah.
Ooh-wee.
And Talia is up. There's one left.
Thank Xerneas for
Eldritch
that one.
Blast.
How close am I to it?
About 10 feet away.
Okay. I'll do Eldritch.
It's pretty
Blast.
weak.
I mean, from what I remember, Eldritch Blast can hit from 120.
I mean, I have like those are the other ones. The other spells I have are touch spells. So yeah, I'm just gonna do Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
It's 1d20
That's rule number
plus
1 of
7.
playing Warlock. When in doubt, cast Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Yep, 1d20 plus 7. Yeah, so you're trying not to hit your friends, and there's a whole lot of chaos. So you shoot off, and it just sort of shoots over the Golet's head and sort of slams into the wall behind, and creates nifty sparkles up there, but does not hit.
Oh. Okay.
Roan and Hitmonlee.
Hitmonlee will attack with Mega Kick.
Is that a fighting time?
No, it's roll. Normal.
Okay. That's still bad.
All
I mean, I don't
all
exactly
is
have
got.
a choice. Yeah.
Hmm.
I rolled a 20.
Yep, that's a hit.
Nine damage.
Okay, it did do some damage because I can see that math going on.
I see gears spinning in silence.
Yep. Yeah. So it sort of connects. It's the kick sort of flows through. It still manages to do something, but definitely was not at all what you would expect for what he can normally do.
But he doesn't take double damage.
Correct. Stan. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna do healing word to Baruch as a
Oh,
bonus.
you're
action.
welcome.
It's
Meanwhile,
gonna
I as a player actually do thank you.
be and that's plus
Friendship.
4, so 6. Heal for 6.
Is
Sorry, that's so
magic.
little, but
No, that's good.
and then I'm on Shillelagh, that last one.
All right. Beat it up.
23.
That is a hit.
Okay, and I think it's a D8. Yeah.
I just want them to be gone so we can proceed.
Oh, it should be plus 6. I have been doing this.
I
wrong.
imagine that was said in character.
Yeah, I mean,
Anyway,
Talia talks like way like higher pitched and more frantic
Right.
most of the time.
But I feel like that would like I want them to be gone. Like I feel like that would be a thing she would say.
It's not Stance Day, but I did.
Back to Stance old shenanigans, rolling a natural
Back to
one.
Stance old
Natural one plus
shillelaghs.
4 is 5, and that's exactly what it had left. So Stan just comes in and just smashes right in the center of the symbol, and it goes dark and collapses down to the ground.
I loosened that one for you.
Yeah. Yep.
Yay!
Yep, you did.
Yay.
All right, and then you sort of take a moment and sort of just wait. Nothing else moves. They don't reactivate. You seem to be out of danger for now.
Let's take a short rest, y'all.
I thought we'd take a breather.
Take
Glade,
me on that one.
Glade has 2 hit points of damage, so I would like to take a rest, please.
I mean, I have
Yeah,
19
short
points,
rest.
so like I don't know why you guys are all like. I'm just kidding. Like I'm good to go. Let's
So
go.
you can- so during the short rest, Talia's spells reset.
My wild shapes reset.
Your wild shapes reset, and you can spend as many hit dice as you wish to heal yourselves back. You can roll your hit dice one at a time, and remember to add your Constitution.
That is new to me. So could you please explain how that works?
Yes. So every character has hit dice based on their level. So you're all 4th level, so you should have 4 hit dice. You roll that die and add your Constitution modifier, and that's how much you heal back. And you sort of keep track of how many you have spent.
Did we ever talk
Okay.
about inspiration? I feel like we should have done it in that fight, but none of us remembered. Did we talk
I
about it?
didn't need it.
Okay. So in my hit dice, I have 3d6 and then 1d10 in there.
Yep, that's for you.
Okay.
Gallade should have 4d8, and so should Hitmonlee.
Okay.
They should have their own separate.
I'm gonna roll all 4 for him or for
You can do one at
Glade.
a time. So you
Yeah.
may
Okay.
do really well. So do them
Okay.
one at a time, and
So-
Gallade does get to add the Constitution modifier.
Which he has none. 3. 2. 5. 2. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna roll all 4.
How
Yeah.
much missing HP do they still have?
So Glade
Okay.
heals back 12.
So I've got 14 hit points on Glade.
I mean, but how many does he have missing? I can cast Good Berry and then give them a bunch of berries.
I am missing 26 hit points still.
All right. Well, here's just a whole bunch of good berries while we're waiting here. Feel free to
I
eat them up.
I'll roll mine while we do that.
So does that get me back up to max HP?
Mm-hmm. And then we still have 4 good berries left.
how many good berries
Oh,
can
wow.
you make?
It's 10 per level 1 spell, and I just cast 3 level 1 spells in a
Oh.
row. So I made 30.
There you go.
I am going to start rolling my hit dice.
Okay.
Thank you, Stant.
No problem.
Now I'm at 26. Gonna roll another one. Now
Wow.
I'm at 39. And I'm gonna roll a third. Yeah, I'll roll a third. That brings me up to 39 plus 6 is 45, which is my exact maximum HP. Let's do this.
Good job.
Rock and roll.
And I have 1 hit die left.
All right. Is everybody healed up in GTG?
No, I mean, I
Yo.
could still.
You
do
didn't,
prob-
you didn't take
wanna-
any damage.
But yeah, I did. I took 11 damage earlier.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Spend some of your hit die.
Yeah.
Uh, so that's 1d10 plus my Constitution modifier.
Yep.
Cool.
Actually, is it D10 for Warlock or is it D8?
I don't know. I
I
think
thought it
might
was a
be D8.
D6.
I don't know. It says
I
something.
thought they had the same hit
Oh,
dice
it's
as
1d8.
wizards.
It's
They do not.
it's
1d8.
It's 1d8. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at something. There you go.
11 back.
Which is my max health. So
GG.
Perfect.
great.
All right, so you sort of spend an hour just sort of hanging out and resting and recuperating. I'm assuming Stant make a sketch.
Oh yeah. I mean, like after I clear all the blood off of my face, I sketch Golet.
All right, you have successfully sketched it. And I'm assuming you continue on.
Can I?
Can we check out
Invest-
the rocks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna do that, especially with an eye towards. I don't know how I would figure this out, but I guess you'll tell me how long ago these things were programmed.
Yeah, make me a. Yeah, make investigation check. But if you want to know how long the spell was probably cast that made them, I would probably lean more towards an Arcana check to figure that out. But you could also, using investigation, although it'll be much harder to sort of figure out just based on wear and tear and age of the stuff, you could also figure that out. So
Can I try both?
yes.
Okay, I'll do Arcana first to see if I can figure out when the spell was cast. 13.
No clue.
All right, then in that case, I'm gonna
Can everybody do the Arcana?
Yep, if you want.
investigate to see if I see any like interesting objects like that would have fallen off of it during its
I have a question.
decomposition.
So, if I'm proficient in something, would that be the modifier plus the proficiency bonus, or is that something else?
Correct. Nope.
Oh, I haven't been doing that. Okay.
You don't even have to tell me. I rolled the natural
Yeah,
one.
you.
I
yeah,
have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, so,
I rolled
um,
18.
I'm gonna investigate if I think the maze is the maze, like the maze on their chest. You know what I mean?
judging by how you've walked in the off turns, no, they don't match up.
Okay.
Although Talia, you know, you can tell that these weren't created recently. Like there's not.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
Yeah, there's no. It's not a new spell. You would guess just sort of based off of examining it and looking at it and sort of trying to pick apart the spell. They've been here for at least 70 years.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Travis, so doing your investigation, sort of looking around, this particular room, you sort of get the same sense of the supplies around the rocks, like they've been here for quite some time. You can also tell that there have been, so now that you're sort of really looking in here, you do pick up faint their footprints. There has been a number of people have gone through this room within the last, you probably would say, judging by your tracking, probably about 2.5 weeks.
Okay. So I relay the information to the group. I say,
By my keen insight and great perceptive abilities, I have
You're doing
deduced
great.
that some very, very weak, unimpressive individuals have been sort of in and out of this area.
Wow, that's
So let's go.
interesting. Right? Should we keep going?
Yeah.
Or
Wonder how they got past the ghost rocks.
maybe
I think they cheated.
Probably.
maybe they were sleeping or something? I don't know.
Maybe they just really don't like us.
I find that hard to believe.
We are quite likable.
Let's keep going. Question mark.
Yeah.
Yes!
All right.
Exclamation point.
So you sort of after you're picking and looking around and figuring everything out, you head off down that hallway and using the same sort of navigation idea that you were using before. You travel for about another 10 minutes, just sort of winding back and forth, sort of following the clues of where basically you sort of see people have been through. You finally come up to a closed door.
Eldritch
Big old
Blast?
oak wooden door.
An oak wooden door. Are we able to tell if there's
against
any
knocking on this thing or just open it?
Like if there's anything on it though before touching it?
Yeah, can I do an investigation check to see if it's got like a lock or if it's been opened or scratched on or anything like that?
Yes.
Investigation. Nope, just a +3. 23, natural 20.
Yeah, so you couple things. One, you recognize this style of door. You have seen this style of door at Saffron Castle. It's a very big, thick, locked door. You also know that it is very, very much locked. And there's a sort of keyhole. And
How locked is it?
Yeah, I was about to say,
it's
how
so
locked is the door?
locked. It's very locked.
That was a
But
good
yeah,
one.
so you do know that it's locked. You can see the keyhole right there, and you also sort of don't see any door handle on this side.
Great.
I wouldn't even qualify it
minutes
as
to
a
explore.
door at that point. It's kind of
Minutes
just
of
a
exploring.
wall, isn't it?
Just some planks.
10 minutes of
Anybody got
exploring
knock?
to a door with no handle.
Can I use Mage Hand and have the Mage Hand knock?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use this hand to manipulate an object. Open it. Ooh, that is not unlocked though. Okay. I'm still gonna do it though. I think that's right.
All right, so you're just using your mage hand to knock on the big door.
Yep.
All right, so you knock on the door, and everybody can make me perception checks.
Great.
What's the password?
Eye of Newt. $22.
Roll the.
I just have a
15.
regular 20.
My attention was elsewhere.
So Stan and Roan, the knock happens, and then you briefly hear sort of movement, and then that movement sort of stops. Like you could tell somebody like either was surprised or jolted, and then you don't know what.
Can we break down the door?
You
I mean,
can try.
Hey, hear you over there? We got locked out. Can you please let us back in?
But
Can
Farouk's got the axe.
Well, can I do? I don't know. Would it be a deception or a persuasion? I mean, I'm proficient in both, but like, could I
I
do
think you should persuade the door.
like? Well, no. Like, maybe like a deception to be like,
Hell yeah,
we
it wouldn't be.
should be on the other side of this
is
door.
your door running? Because you better go catch it.
No, Talia, you should totally do that because I mean you're actually a noble. Maybe they'll believe you.
Okay, sounds great. Okay. I mean,
So tricky.
does it really matter if it's persuasion or deception? Because the thing is the same.
Depends on what you're trying. I mean, for logistics reasons, are you
yeah.
trying to tell the truth to provide, or are you trying to lie to them to get them to open the door? Like, what are you going to say to whoever is back there to get them to open this door?
I guess I would probably do the persuasion thing first. So.
Okay.
Yeah, she's probably just like, I'm Talia, and I don't know why I'm locked out. Can you let me in? Like, I don't know, something like that. Rather than.
All right, make me a persuasion check.
Okalido. Ouch.
The door is unswayed.
That's a 12.
Yeah, so you call out, sounding as helpless as possible, and there's just no response.
Can I be deceptive now?
I can hit the door whenever we think the diplomatic option's no longer gonna work for us.
We got one more trick up our sleeve, which is
We got time.
We got lies.
Yeah.
All right, shoot.
Lie to
I
the
tried
door.
one little one. What happened when I yelled out?
No response at all.
Okay, I'm gonna try and lie, I guess. 13.
Yeah, I mean, just you tried like every sort of idea that comes to your head, and there's just no response from in there.
Well,
It's time.
you have an axe,
can I
right?
Can I try and look through the keyhole?
Yes, you can make a perception check.
That's a good idea. The
Before
big
we
old
break it
brain
down and then
wrong.
something just decides to, turn into 3 massive monsters and kill us again.
My
Maybe
jaw
the air
still
is
hurts.
poison.
24.
Wowza.
Boop. No.
You get poked in the eye.
Poke in the eye. Yeah. So you lean down and sort of peek in, and you just it takes you a moment to sort of scan around and see what's in there. You can't see much because it is a keyhole. What you do see is this seems to be some sort of dungeon. You see off to the left-ish side, you see a cage, like the bottom of a cage, and you see about 10 figures sort of milling around in that cage. And then you sort of peer off to the right, and you can kind of see there's like a table, but you can't see yet what's on top of the table. And you're kind of look, but it's a higher table. But you see sort of the lower half of a person wearing a like deep red dress, who's moving quietly, but seems to be trying to sort of move things around or alter something or do something. There's a lot of busy motion, but definitely trying to be as quiet as possible.
That's quite the look through a keyhole.
Right?
I
mean, he's a good guard.
He had a 24.
Aaron says break it down. Roan is more hesitant.
Listen to your Aaron. Listen to
I
your
know.
Aaron.
I know.
All right, let's take a
Forget
vote. Who wants
Roan.
to just break this mother down?
Break it down.
Can we all try and break it down at the same time?
Yeah, just
Well, somebody can help, which will give. I mean, you can't miss it. It's just doing damage to it. You basically have to do enough damage to it. You do not. I mean, each of you could sort of plow into it using as much damage as you think you can muster, but it's basically overcoming its damage.
Gallade is going to close combat the door.
Okay.
I hit the door as well. I got a 17.
That's a door, though. Oh, you're just rolling damage. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you got max damage on that.
I got 10.
When it counts.
That wasn't
Yeah.
the
So the
accent.
two, Baruch and Gallade sort of just bum rush the door, just fists and axe slamming into it, and within a couple of seconds, the door just starts to fall apart, and then sort of collapses on the ground. And you all can see inside. So it's brightly lit inside. It's not a huge room if you discount the cells. So the part that's sort of free open, it's about 40 feet long and about 30 feet wide. And then there's an entire sort of celled area that's 40 feet long and 10 feet wide. The first thing you immediately see is Talia sees Folk in the jail cell. And also
Oh my
sees,
gosh. That's so
also
exciting.
sees that there is some sort of vine wrapped all over the side of his head. Like parts of it are sticking in his mouth, and part of it is crawling down his neck and sort of onto his shoulder. And the look of sort of agony and fear in his eyes just sort of takes your breath away. And then you sort of look over, and at the table, sort of at the far end of the room, Talia immediately knows it's Lady Jessalina. You see her in her long sort of black hair. She's got her staff sort of leaned up against the table. Next to her on the table is a very large black bird. The feathers on its head sort of make it look like it's wearing a hat. It's got a big white chest, and it's got like a red tail. And it's sort of
Rolling with the hunch.
it's sort of directing around. Stant immediately sees on the table there's a big white apple and a small gold ring. And she sort of, when the door comes down, she sort of snaps up and acknowledges everybody and just grabs her staff. Everybody make me perception checks.
Well, that escalated quickly.
7.
24.
4.
11.
All right, so it was Gallade and Baruch in the front?
Yeah.
All right. So from the side of the door,
This is riveting.
a short sword snaps out and stabs into Gallade. For 11 points of damage.
Great.
And from the opposite side of the door,
When the
a short
the
sword
henchman-
stabs into Baruch.
when the henchmen do 3d6 plus 2, you're in for a rough fight.
For 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Stant gets to act this turn because
shoot,
he saw them off to the sides. So you get 1 attack, and then we're going to roll initiative.
So who's off to the sides?
Poop.
So there were 2 figures that sort of snapped into view and attacked immediately, but
Okay.
Stant actually saw them before they acted. So Stant also gets to act, but you were further back. So you can see them, and you get to act this turn, and then we're going to go into full combat.
Oh man. If I do, this is a pretty small room, right?
30 by 10
No, it's
feet?
40 by
Oh, 40
30
by-
is the movable space.
Oh, it's huge.
Oh, the cells
Okay.
are-
Cast all the
Okay.
spells.
I'm gonna cast Hold Person on the lady.
And that is a wisdom resist.
Let me find out. Wisdom saving throw, yeah.
Come on, Stant.
Hope she rolls.
Well, we know she ain't wise picking a fight with us.
Hey.
Oh, we kind of broke down the door, so.
She
Fair.
rolled a 16, so she resists your hold person. Like, you cast it, and you see her sort of brace for it, and it sort of ripples over her, and she just bears down. All right, now we get to roll initiative.
Whoa. Bonus action.
Nope. Everybody
Huh?
gets 1 action during the surprise
Oh.
round, and then we go into full combat.
Well, it is 11 o'clock before we start this combat. I'm just gonna lay that out there. I have
I don't have anywhere to go.
I have a job. I'm on the East Coast and it's 11.
Good job
Roll
right now.
initiative. We'll get
To take
started.
out
We'll see
any
what
kid.
where everybody rounds in and see what
Okay.
people's first actions are, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
I rolled an 8.
I rolled an 11.
I rolled a 7.
Logan
It's
rolled
not
a
good,
5.
people.
Yeah. 2 natural ones? Wha- Ugh.
That is going against the grain of my amazing throws this whole game. Glade just got stabbed. Can we talk about that for a second?
That just happened,
up,
and I
Mike's
feel like
two of
Talia's
us.
just like staring at Falk.
Oh man, I have so much bad news about Falk.
Huh.
Oh dear.
I mean, I guess he could try eating that apple. He's still alive. Maybe he could try eating that apple.
All right. So the bird sort of flies up and takes a perch on Lady Jesselina's shoulder and just sort of eyes everybody but doesn't do anything. And Talia is actually up next.
The lady didn't do anything?
She has not gone yet.
She's really slow on the
Oh,
uptake.
Because I feel like I don't think she would want to attack. Because it's Lady Desselina, and Falk is in the room. So I don't.
Please get us out of this.
Can she just like talk to her or something?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I guess what would that be? Like.
What do you want to say to her? What are you trying to do?
And I guess just trying to figure out what's going on. Like, why is all of this happening? Would that be an investigation check?
Are you asking? Are you trying to ask her what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna make a persuasion check, and what are you gonna ask? What are you saying to her?
Can I ask 2 questions or just 1?
2 is fine.
So probably just, what are you doing here, and what's going on? Or
Make me a persuasion check.
all right. 19.
So she sort of looks at you. It's clear that she has no real clue who you are.
Well, I know who she is.
And she's like, "You cannot be here. I am trying to make things right. You have to leave."
That doesn't look right to me.
Right? Like, Folk is over there, and I don't know what's going on, so I don't know why that means, like, you need to do something right. What does that even mean? What?
That's what she's got for the.
Yeah,
what
I
are you doing
figured.
here?
Can we all talk or only on our turns?
Only on your turns.
Okay.
Anything else?
So that was the what are you doing here, and not the what's
Yeah.
going on?
She kind of.
Better
Kinda
both.
She's for
Correcting
both.
things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, I figured. Always gonna ask, though.
Anything else?
I don't want to do anything else. She's probably just like, oh, Folk, like just staring over there. So.
All right. You see her chant and mutter a couple of things. And Talia
Looking through the book. This isn't good.
needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So what does that mean?
It's a 1d20 plus your wisdom modifier.
Which is 0.
And I do not believe you are proficient in wisdom saving throws. Let me double check. You are actually proficient with wisdom saving throws. So it'd be your wisdom modifier plus your proficiency.
So it's 2 because my wisdom modifier is 0. 21.
Nice.
All right. So you feel a very familiar spell of charm person attempt to affect you. But you easily fend that off.
Can't I not be charmed anyway because I'm a half elf?
Yes. She doesn't know that.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
Hide your ears.
they're only slightly pointed.
now that you can actually see the 2 by the door, they actually break away from the door and head back to take up positions in front of Lady Jesselina.
And what are
and
they?
they're sort of prepping. They're both human. Human male and a human female. They're dressed in sort of dark leather, and they have short swords, and they sort of dart back
How similar?
And,
Sorry.
and sort of just protect her.
How similar do they look to any other guard in the area?
You both, neither you or Roan have ever seen these people as part of the guard.
What's their hair like?
Well, I guess not the people, but I guess what they're wearing. Is that?
Yeah, no,
anything?
they're pretty much in very utilitarian sort of leather that you sort of it's dark enough that you get the sort of sense that it's good at stealth and keeping them hidden.
Okay.
It's a male and female human. Both have sort of just plain brown dark hair. They're very nondescript, almost seemingly by design. Like if you saw them in a crowd, they would not stand out in any way. And it is Baruch.
Let's talk this one out. I realize we kind of just barged in here. Kind of just the way we operate, honestly. You mentioned you're trying to make things right. That's kind of what we do. Can we help?
Make me a persuasion check.
Oh, I don't get anything. 14.
She just sort of stares at you for a moment and says, I will not say it again. You must leave.
What? Well, we ain't. Wait, I don't know about must, because we ain't doing that. I certainly see staying here as an option.
I run up to one of the two guards with my axe, and I hit the woman.
Okay.
I hit the woman.
Wow.
It's probably the worst thing a D&D game makes you say.
It's hard to get to her.
And I'll
You
hit.
would have to
I hit
cast-
the man.
not Lady Destiny, but the female of the spies. I thought you meant
Yes.
Lady Destiny. All right.
Well, because I didn't
that's
know how
fine.
to refer. Yeah,
That
I
you
don't
can
know how to refer to the guards other than.
You can get to the female guard. Yes.
Yeah.
We should call them Jesse and James.
You don't know their names?
But I'm
That
Should
doesn't
actually
stop
be
us from
members of,
calling
like,
them
Team
whatever we
Magma
want.
or something. Like, don't make an
Right.
assumption.
All right, roll it up. Yeah.
Oh, I
that's-
go into a rage. By the way,
Yes.
I'm just really
That
Very
mad.
rageful today.
Yeah.
Never seen you like this, Baru.
Oh.
I'm not Houndor no more. I don't need to do that.
14 damage plus 2 is 16.
Yeah, so you charge up, big axe, and just slam into her chest. And she sort of tries to roll with the blow as much as possible. But, I mean, just a big cut of red. And she does not look in real good shape, but she managed to stay standing. Roan.
Or a quick team meeting. Let's not kill any of them.
I was going to try and intimidate, but now that Baruch has just gone and
I think I've
attacked.
intimidated the best way I know.
I'm gonna try and intimidate Lady Jocelina anyways, and be like,
Okay.
We've been looking. Can I in the cages? Can I see that there are other people in there, or can I only see folk?
No, you can see exactly 10 people, and they're all in the same shape.
And I know that. I mean, I know that 10 people are missing, so it's most likely all of the missing people from the
Correct.
from the city. Be like, what are you doing here with all of these missing people? Like, people like Talia have been worried about them, and I'm trying to intimidate. Blah blah blah.
Okay.
I'm worried in the
gee.
background.
I have a proficiency to intimidation, and I roll.
Worried in the background is the name of my autobiography.
I mean, it
Read
could
in
also
the
be
background.
my memoir.
You try. So you do your best authority demand, and she just looks at you, and this is beyond anything that you should be involved in. And that's all she says.
She's very short today. I mean, not like height short.
Stant.
Do you know that apple's real bad, right?
I am aware of everything that I am doing.
Making bad choices. All right. Dang, I don't even know what I'm gonna do at all. I'm gonna turn into a Lyran and charge him. Charge the man.
Okay.
Or wait, what was the one that Travis actually ended up hitting?
The female.
The
Alright,
female guard, or the
female
woman,
guard.
as Travis referred to her as.
Okay, so I hit the female. Like that is much worse than what I ended up saying.
I hit the left goon.
There's no right
Okay.
answer to this.
Yes, you may hit the left female-oriented goon.
All right. Yeah, this is a +5. I'm a
This is
Lyran
fine.
now.
Final Fantasy, you just put your arrow above him and you'd
Yep.
hit X.
I am attacking.
I'll stress again.
You.
Non-lethal.
First one's 17.
That is a hit.
Okay, that does 1d6 +2. This is just gonna be +2, so 8 damage for that
Okay.
one.
Nice.
You take a big chomp. Does not go down, but is very, very badly hurt.
Wait, so what
I
is
got a
stand right
21 for the
now?
second hit. A Lyran.
Or
I
a
see.
Larion.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay, and then +2 for this, so 5 more damage.
Yeah, so you chomp and then you chomp again, and she just crumbles to the ground.
Like, did
The
she
blood's
disappear,
on
or
my
she
face
just-
as a Lyran. And all,
Please
and all the memories-
specify that you don't try to kill her. Please, for me, for your body, Baruch.
Right.
all right.
I'm a Lyran. I'm Lyran Stan right now.
Please
I can't-
specify that you're not trying to actually kill it. Please,
So
for the love of...
thirsty for the blood.
It's too late. All right, and
Please.
we will.
Oh,
This next combat is gonna take a while.
even in the midst of my rage, I'm feeling regret.
Like, Stan, what did you do? Oh, dear.
And you sort of see Lady Jesselina sort of her eyes go dark as her companion falls, and she utters a couple of words, and the giant bird on her shoulder sort of flies up and starts circling the room, and she just, where she was neutral before, she is, any sense of pleasantry or niceness just erases off of her face.
I blame this on Baruch.
And
I tried the diplomatic approach.
she
And
is
then attack.
going she is going to bring, as they say, the hurt. But it is late, so we will pin it there, and we will pick up the fight against Lady Jesselina next time.
Next episode on Mazes and Magikarps, all 4 characters die.
Yes, can confirm.
Ah, rest in peace.
All
Ep 6
right.
will be the last episode.
Here I am, back again to bring you an outro. So thank you
Backstreet's
all.
back.
Thank you all for hanging out. If you missed the earlier part of the episode, it will be available in iTunes and SoundCloud and everywhere else later this week, as well as the YouTube version to follow either before that or after it. Sometimes it's random. Next week will be our final episode. Greg?
Yeah, we should be able to wrap it
We
up.
should be able to wrap it up. We will return to our normal time of Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. Logan will hopefully be more awake. You can't see this in audio form, but it looks like he's dying here. I've only seen him in this facial position once, and that was at Gen Con at like 2 a.m. But we got
I'm
through
a
it.
sleepy boy.
He's sleepy boy Logan. So we will be back next week at 7 p.m. Central Time. If you haven't done so already, and you're enjoying this season, please, 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 please leave us a review in iTunes. I know we have way more listeners than we do have reviews in iTunes. That helps us out so much. So if you could just do us one favor and just take a couple seconds to leave us a review in iTunes, that would be greatly appreciated. But I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Logan. Thank you, Irene. No thank you, Aaron. And thank you, Travis.
I expect nothing less.
SBJ and Aaron, OTP.
We will see you guys next week.
Definitely roll